Howdy y'all, old Cornelius here, and this video is my current RSG PB. Whilst I've wanted to try and do some voiceovers for previous videos, I've decided not to bother because my microphone setup's a bit scuffed, but I thought this video is probably like the most appropriate one to give a voiceover a try. So with that, let's get into the video. One big thing to be aware of for this run is I hadn't played Minecraft in like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks at all, let alone speedrunning, because I had a lovely holiday and been busy with other things. So this was like first day back, 1 hour into my first recording session, and I roll a pretty bang average seed, and yet somehow it PBs. Well, I know how it PBs. It's because my PB prior to this was terrible. So a bang average seed will beat it. But yeah. Not sure if there's much insight to add early on. So one thing I'm planning on doing is adding background music. Because the reason why sometimes I'm like, oh, this would do great with a voiceover is primarily because in several scenarios, including this one, the Minecraft gameplay audio either didn't record or I accidentally recorded my background music over the top. So yeah, there's no gameplay audio, unfortunately, but hopefully there's some lovely, soothing, dulcet, Minecraft-y plinky-plonk noises, and the sound of my voice, which is a little bit of like a, I don't know, 1920s radio presenter. Like, that's the level of technology I'm working with right now. So let me know if that's something that you think is going well for me, or whether I'm like in dire need of improving my setup further. Let's see, what am I going to do now? Ooh, that's a bit of interesting maneuvers. Get some raw meat, get some wool. Not light grey wool, all my homies hate light grey wool. Oh, all my homies hate raw meat as well. I think this does prove slightly useful because I don't get that much string in the bastion. And I, unlike your average speedrunner, need a lot of beds in the end because I'm still a bit pants at it. There was a while where I like for several days just practiced end fights, and I got really good at half bow, and I don't think I really improved with the one cycle. Like, maybe I got my average down to like 5.5 beds, but I got really good at, which is encouraging, because at that point I'd failed several PB pace runs to attempting the automat variation of half bow, and then getting just yeeted by the dragon. But even though in my practice sessions half bow went pretty well, in real runs I just didn't want to risk it. So here I'm just looking around trying to find a way down to lava, because, you know, bang average seed. At this point I was effectively playing with the mindset that Koryue was playing in his 1000 seeds challenge of every seed is finishable, so I will try to finish every seed. Rubbish mindset. I'm now going to be resetting a lot more strictly, and one thing that we're probably going to find out in a bit is that I sort of force getting a piece of gold armor and an iron pickaxe for the bastion. Once I did FSG for several weeks, I got much more comfortable with trying to pull iron from like bastion chests and gold armor from bastion chests. I still die in quite a few runs, and quite a few runs would die to there just being no gold, no iron for iron pickaxes. But I at least feel less abject terror at the prospect of hopping in a bastion with no armor on, which is a good thing. So, whilst I haven't done much in the way of RSG for a little while, I'm pretty confident, like when I go back to it, this PB shall not stand. What am I doing here? I guess I'm just getting blocks to pass the time. Do I have any flint? I don't think I have flint. That might be a good use of my time. But what does past me think? See, I'm preparing for gold. Or I'm just preparing to get full iron armor in 15 levels, maybe. Deary me. What up a lava? Here's flint. Ooh, and I got them good drop rates. How's my meat looking? Oh, the meat needs doing a bit more. But down we go. Ooh, very convenient water. Very nice. Yeah, if I was trying to... Oh, we got an abandoned mineshaft. If I was trying to complete every seed, like a 1,000 seeds co-away challenge, I'd probably be a bit better at, why have I done that? At, sort of making the start process a bit more efficient for, like, overlapping cooking iron with killing mobs and getting a flint and steel so that I can set the mobs on fire. I try that as often as I can, but sometimes it just isn't that feasible. And I see on the sea counter, which I'll hopefully highlight on screen, that we've got a fair bit of airspace below us, and we're quite low down, meaning there's probably a cave very nearby, if not directly below us. And so yeah, now I'm looking around on the sea counter trying to figure out where this cave is. And putting myself into swim mode, a lovely little feature from the aquatic update. Yeah, this is not an enter that I'd try and do anymore. Like, whilst this seed was like fairly average, a little bit above average, so I could like continue doing this sort of digging slowly. I just tapped some redstone ore there so that you in the video can see what's going on. You're welcome. I do my best. Now I'm generally trying to play for like sub 8 nether enters and then be in the bastion by 11 minutes. And the main one I figured out is I want to be leaving the fortress at the very latest by like 21 minutes, which you'll see here is very much not the case. I'm not working with much lava here. I have a feeling things are about to go awry. So don't hold your breath if you're thinking, oh, sub 10 nether enter. Nope. Not happening. So here I am, trying to figure it out. Ooh, that's a bit of an unusual setup. What's going on there? Yeah, I might have to move my furnace. Unlucky. Hmm. 1, 2. I think I've noticed the problem now. 3, 4. Ooh, is he gonna make it? Well, that's a very nice portal. Definitely up to code. And then I see that actually we might have some more options. Ah, here is where I go. Yeah, if I dug down there and then dug around wildly to find myself over here, that is embarrassing. There's quite a lot about this run that's embarrassing, but it's my PB. I tried beating it, but there were some skill issues, let's say. So then I decided to do other categories for a bit, and I'm grateful for the break. Now this is more like it. Oh, what have you done? Oh, you Rodney Plonker. Okay. Second time's the charm. And I believe this goes a lot more smoothly. Oh, so I don't get gold armor in the overworld. That is something I did a lot, just smelting gold ore in the overworld. Usually just because with this method I'd be down in a lava lake underground, so there'd be gold about. Nice bit of clearing the old inventory. And then a lot of people hate shields. I find them so very useful. Primarily in the blaze fight, but also just if a surprise wither skelly or a surprise piglin decides to pay me a visit. Or hoglins, goodness me. Though, as you'll see in future videos, the shield can sometimes be my doom. I think because I shifted just then to activate my shield, that is a glitch that means that later in the run, when something tries to attack me, my shield just automatically denies it. I wasn't consciously aware of this in this moment. So if that disqualifies my run, whoopsie daisy. Ooh, I see a bastion. How exciting. I don't think I can tell what it is. I'm just sort of having a little look around, trying to figure out what I'll do post-bastion. And oh boy, it's a doozy. So yeah, here I'm getting gold, which, I don't know, let's see how long it takes. I'll maybe put a little timer in the bottom of the screen or something. It's usually not, but in this particular case, it's very convenient because there's just lots of gold about. Yeah, I've nearly got it all already. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, nowadays I'm much more happy to at least give it a try going into a bastion with no armor, gold or otherwise. And as I say, I die a lot, but I try a lot. And oh wow, look at that parkour, amazing. The problem I'm having is I see the rump of the bastion, the tail end. I have no idea where the rest of it is. Or, like, obviously it's in this netherrack somewhere, but I can't seem to figure it out. So, I mean, a problem I do have at times is I'm just really not focusing up. Ah, there's the rest of the bastion. And so I'm just sort of running a seed at, like, a snail's pace, just taking my sweet time. So I see that it's probably a triple chest rampart, but I haven't a clue still what type of bastion it is. I think in my head I had maybe narrowed it down to housing or stables because of the little bit that I saw right at the start. And I mined some glowstone because, oh, I love me lots of explosives in the end. As I say, that's something I need to work on. Now here, I've got my iron pick, I've got my gold. What I should do is just mine both chests with an axe. And look, there's armor, there's, what's the blackstone gold called? Gilded blackstone, thank you, past Johnny. Like, I should just mine both chests, because that way they'll all pick up the odd bit of armor and any gilded blackstone, and I make off with any other armor and any gold and string and all that jazz. Instead, I do all this absolute malarkey. I get a fire res out of it, which is nice, but that was not the place. I should have done that, I don't know, like 20 or 30 seconds ago. And now here, I do a bit of a terrible job of running away, and I nearly die. I often die in that position when I can't quite get the blocks in place. There, my piglin buddy nearly finishes me off, but thankfully I avoid it. And then here, I typically try and mine all 3 of the spare gold, but instead I just fall off for some reason. Or maybe it was intentional, I can't remember as well. Which means I have a bit less gold, which isn't nice, and a bit less piglins, which isn't nice. And for like a 5-second time save. But I do the old piglins in the hole trick. I will mention, top runners at this point, they've already figured out exactly how far away the spawner is. Oh, see, look, there's my little shield activation thing. This is only something I realized today as I was doing the voiceover. Like, I watched this several times, did not clock that that happened. So, if that makes me a cheater, then, oh beans, I cry. Doing the old gravel trick, so that I can gobble up all the items. But yeah, usually a good runner would try and task overlap, clearing out their inventory with render distance, iterating to try and figure out how far the bastion is. I ain't that good. I can do one thing at a time. So now you get to see my inventory skills. At this point, I decided against crafting my wool, because I was like, ooh, well, I might need to make a fishing rod or a bow or something. I think specifically a fishing rod. That's a little trick, a little clue for later. We'll see how that pans out. So now I'm trying to figure out how far Fortress is away. So when there's a little cyan spike just there on the pie chart, then it shows that that's probably a blaze spawner, although there's a chance it's a treasure bastion magma cube spawner. And so I know that it is negative x 14 chunks, so minus 16 in the chunk coordinates. And so we arrive at the first part of the run that I find agonizing to watch. So look over there, you see, we've got a nice lava lake, we've got a ghast saying hello. That'd be a good place to pearl, like just, there's a lot of open space, room to pearl, can cover some distance. I might just end up landing in a lava lake, but, you know, I'll move a good 100 blocks or so, and I'll have lots of platforms I can pearl to. That'd be a good spot, wouldn't it? But I don't see where I could platform to. Well, no, I do. There's no excuse for this absolute tomfoolery, this clownery. Deary me. I decide to go in the lower ramparts, and I see, okay, we got ceiling, we got walls. At this point, I should 100% turn around. And then, what am I trying to do there? Do I think I can do the impossible 6-block jump? What am I trying to do? Why am I here? Why am I now in the middle? Looting another chest. I've already done this bit. I get some more string, which is nice. And I did think for a while, ooh, that came in clutch because I now couldn't afford 4 beds. But no, I already have wool. There's no excuse. Absolute clownery. And then, bear in mind, that direction I was just about to start digging, it's all netherrack. Like, that's where I spawned. That's just going to be a big old wall of netherrack. But I really want to go that way for some reason. Is that negative X? I don't know. I didn't know then, and I don't know now. I'll make sure that I don't burn in lava, so that bit's good at least. But yeah, look. Where am I going to go? I think I try and peer through the lava to see if it opens up, but it doesn't. So I go back to where I was a couple minutes ago. Fantastic. And at this point I see, oh yes, food. Because now I reckon 13 steak would easily be enough to complete a run. 13 mutton. It's stretching it a bit. But back then I very much needed every little bit of food I could get. But I guess food allows me to play a bit more recklessly. Now here, you see in my last video, I'd done pearl hanging, and I thought, yes, make everything a pearl hang. Need to grab a single mushroom, better pearl hang. That hill there, that little jump and place a block challenge, that's probably the most difficult thing in this entire run. But I made it. And a pearl hang. Wow, such time save. I sound very annoyed here, but this is because this part of the run is just dire. Like, I'm pleased to have sub 40'd, but I'm very much looking forward to sub 30'ing, sub 25'ing, and eventually sub 20'ing, because this is, at times, painful to watch. Because I had soul speed on, if I had pearled while standing on soul sand, apparently the pearl goes further, but for me, I just find it hard to judge distances, hence why I put it up. And I get a good pearl off, so that's nice. Now, you've seen the second most embarrassing part of the run. Prepare for the first. This bit, I back my decision. Make a little anti-wither skelly thingamabob. But here, I'm gonna... Okay, so we got 1 for 1, that's nice. I think that's 1 for 2, or it might have burned in fire. 2 for 3, not bad. What I'm gonna do for this blaze fight is I'll make editing Cornelius, 2 for 3. I'll make editing Cornelius keep a little counter of how many blaze rods I lose. So what you've just seen there is me go, oh yes, my string, that could come in handy to make a fishing rod or a bow. Nope, only wool. And that comes back to bite me. That seems to be the first blaze rod. But yeah, as I say, I'll not put the effort in right now. I'll make future me put the effort in. Say hi, future me. So, love this blaze bed variation. Destroys basically all the blocks. But with an open spawner like this, you'd better hope that you either have a fishing rod or have a basic understanding of how hitting a blaze affects the blaze. If the blaze is on the floor, it won't move far. See? Didn't move far. Lovely. But if a blaze is high in the air, it moves quite far. And then there's more to do with, like, if you're crit jumping or strong attack or weak attack. I, off the top of my head, don't really know those things. But basically, the basics would have been very good to internalize here. So that's good. Hey, look at that. Although I don't think I got a blaze rod. But yeah, this whole fight is a travesty. It's an insult to speedrunning. I formally apologize. Oh, I think that was another blaze rod. Oh, well, that was definitely another blaze rod. Oh my goodness. So now you know why the thumbnail is the way it is, because this really defines the run. It could have been even better. Oh yeah, I wanted to I might add another counter for the number of times I get absolutely dunked on by blazes, like just then. But I don't know, I'll see how future me is thinking. Thankfully, I don't die to that little block clutch. That's happened before. Have I learned my lesson with the blazes? No. Oh well. I will say though, in this moment where... Ooh, nearly died there. Well, no, I had fire res, that'd be fine. In this whole blaze fight, so generally I have a bit of a problem of sort of forgetting to focus up and just sort of using one brain cell to just be on autopilot. This blaze fight very much exemplifies that, because not only was I like completely unaware that for me at the time this was pace, but also I was listening to honestly the best song. Like the song, obviously you can't hear it because of copyright, but it goes absolutely hard. In the description, I'll probably link to the album by SOPHIE, and this song called Is It Cold in the Water? Absolute tune. So I was enjoying myself, but I was very much aware that, like, hey, this is going poorly. But here we are now. Several minutes later, I've got 5 blaze rods. The cheeky little quartz check. I can't actually recall what the chords were, but hey, they weren't too bad. What I might do, just another little project for future me. Oh yeah, I get my 6th rod, and I think at that point I've just had enough. I'm giving up. But yeah, what I might do for future me is look at what the actual chords for the stronghold were, see how close I could have been in the nether. Like if I, instead of pulling this way, if I pulled the other way and got a blind eye spy or something. I'm just curious to know what that is, so that's a little errand for future me. You're welcome. And we put the old portal down. Lovely jubbly. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sometimes you just gotta test that your spacebar's still working. Oh no. I think I wait around for a little bit to let the chunks load, but in this specific scenario, like pausing, hitting escape doesn't seem to load the chunk, so I'm waiting for chunk. Again, I'll probably highlight it, because then some information is going to pop up telling me, there it is, what biome I'm in. So I'm in an ocean, that's nice. And, it is true, I am in an ocean. And also, I will have highlighted the number, but there's a number that tells you basically how much you're going to have to dig if you start pillaring up in this exact spot. And the lower the number, the better. So 62 or 64 is sea level. And I see that I wasn't doing too bad. Now we're doing the old eye measuring, whatnot. Oh no. What a pearl throw, eh? Amazing stuff. Here I'm basically just trying to make sure I don't get my eye hidden behind a tree. And I think I might be getting the shakes a tiny bit here. Because I see that odds on, yep, it's fairly close. And I think I might do the old check of the inventory. I think I have quite the few number of pearls here. I think it might have been my first ever PB. I was tragic at pearling through a forest. Like, it was hard to watch. I think I do a bit better here. Let's see. Yeah, I got a lot of pearls. Very nice. So, I've gone from completely unaware. Oh no, it's not gone well. And I've told everyone I did all right with the pearling, and now you're showing me up. Oh no. Oh, it's all coming back to me. Wow. Such skill. But yeah, now I think I'm, like, aware that, hey, this could be. And that mutton right there saved the run. Oh, boy. I think, had I not had the mutton in hand, I may have been able to block clutch and reduce my how far I fell by 1 block. So I'd be on half a heart that way. But I think I'm grateful that I went for this method of regaining a heart through regeneration. Because, ooh, that was a bit close for comfort. Oh, wow, parkour. Hold on, I'm going to do an Owen Wilson impression now. Brace yourselves.
Wow.
Ooh, and now I'm seeing it's jungle time. Hold on, I'm just going to have a little sip of water. I think the music at this point was, like, really quite intense. Ooh. Now that's an MLG to be proud of. But yeah, I think the music was intense. And so it kind of didn't help. Oh, those vines. Getting right in my way. But I keep on trucking. I think I see that I'm near. Ooh, lovely little 1-2 across the lake. Can he do it again? Oh, no, he can't. The vines have come back to absolutely destroy my morale. Now I'm trying to figure out where to go. Oh, no. Yeah, I blamed the vines for that, just because, you know, everything was going so well, and then the vines just said no. And that threw me off my game. I wasn't bringing my A game to pond crossing anymore. And it's a bit of an unusual dig down spot, but it does the job. Right as night is falling. And I don't wish to die from full damage. So I got my water bucket ready. I could try and lava clutch. Oh, wow. Such a good water MLG. But lava clutching would be quite stupid in this night. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm just keeping track of 3, 4. How far away? 5. The portal room is. I think that's 6. 5. I've already lost track. 4. Yeah, I lost track. Because this is 3, 2, 1. So basically, it's unlikely to be further away than 6 rooms. Like if you've traveled 6 rooms and you can't see it yet, then you should probably turn back. Which I think I do here. I don't believe this was a terrible stronghold. And that's a hidden room. The trick with hidden rooms is a little hard to explain unless you've got on-screen visuals, and because I'm a bit too slow for commentating, I'm not going to try right now. But I suppose I could actually link a video Do I see it yet? Oh, I do. How exciting. Ooh, and you see in the subtitles there, the creeper hisses. That was a close one. Oh no. I'm being destroyed. Aha. Not for long. Just upgrading my armor. Sorting my inventory. I also do this a whole lot less nowadays. I recall this took a while because I was a bag of nerds, but nowadays I'm much more comfortable just double checking my wool situation, hopping in the end, and then figuring out input. And I use gravel to pillar up wherever I can because I saw somewhere that it's faster, but I realize I do it wrong. Ideally, you should have it in your offhand, so that way you can be digging and placing gravel much quicker than the average non-gravel user. But we're coming into the land now. How exciting. I have no idea how my voice sounds, if I've suddenly become as croaky as an old crone, but it's in the name, Old Cornelius, so it's on brand. Let's see. I forgot what the perch is like. I mean, I know the final time, so that's cheating. How many explosives do I have? 6. Okay, I got 9 explosives. That's very comfortable, very cushy. And the food situation is looking very nice as well. Yeah, there we go. I was kind of like, hurry up. But I could do with putting another bed in my hotbar here. Putting my food in me offhand. Let's see, is that the perch? Oh. No. Debated. Unlucky. Yeah. Oh. Is that the perch? Yes, it is. Oh, panic. Quick. Run. Underlay, underlay. Carpets. Oh, it's a diagonal perch. That's a bit unusual. Got the 2 beds, 3 beds. I think I'm very much carried. I'd call that a 5 bed plus a tiny little bit. I was very much carried there by it being such a low perch. Or I don't know, there's certain heights that are good, certain heights that are bad. I got a good height. And there it is, a PB, amazing, with voice commentary. The old voiceover Cornelius. Oh yeah, no, I complained for a little while. I do be like that sometimes. I think in the back of my head, like in this moment, I was mainly getting annoyed at messing up a portal or just not getting a shift on with digging down and making a portal. And then leaving the bastion, absolute calamity. And then the blaze fight. Oh boy, the blaze fight. But yeah, otherwise it was a slightly above average seed. Like the proximity was very nice. Both to the bastion and then from the bastion to the fort. Obviously, only having to travel 600 blocks in the overworld is very nice. Having lots of pearls. I do a bit of complaining here. But yeah, I don't know. It's a very beatable run. And I will be beating it soon. That's a Cornelius promise, which is not technically legally binding. So we shall see. I tell you what I am pleased by, that I managed to actually reach that dragon because I pulled away right as it was starting to perch. And yeah, I managed to get there in time, which I can't be said for a lot of runs. It's how a lot of me runs. So I think the main thing I need to focus on is the end fight, because, oh boy. But you will maybe see some more of that in future videos. For now, this is my first voiceover. I'll see how it goes. I'll see if editing Cornelius can cope with the cringe of hearing my own voice. And I think some of my future videos probably will need a voiceover, just because, like this one, the gameplay audio isn't there, and the music that I had in the background is copyright. I've probably got another 40 odd videos to upload. Stick around for them. Not all will have voiceovers though. And subscribe if you enjoyed this. Like the video if you like this video specifically. And yeah. Toodles. Bye.